Hello, Cal Nation. Yay. Um, I am bored and lonely, and so I have a, ooh, goodness, I have a sticker shop. It's called, it's, it's called, hold on. It's called, hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. It's called Kello's a Gremlin, and it's my own little shop of like little stuff. It's on Redbubble, but I wanted to show y'all. See, so I have this. Let me get a taste sticker, an F off sticker. I crave your touch sticker. I'm starving for your touch. I want to yearn again. And yearn with the boner. I thought of these for the last couple days, and I thought these designs would be nice, and they're cute, and you could get them on all a bunch of stuff. So, um, um, you could get them on like a mouse pad. You could get holographic stickers, glossy stickers. You could get it on pins, some mugs, tote bags, pillows, coasters, magnets, and a mug. Like just simple stuff. I wanted it to be simple. Um, and right now I'm also working on a not a merch shop. I don't want to say merch, but merch, not merch, but I'm working on putting these designs on like hoodies and shirts and whatever. But what I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to talk about today Poppy's playtime. Cause the new stuff, the new videos and stuff came out. So if you don't know what Poppy's playtime is, Poppy's playtime is a horror mascot game where you as an employee come back to the facility, and because you're trying to figure out what happened to your employees, and you have to navigate each level of playtime call. And over the course, we found out some horrific things from this company, and oh god. So they also have an ARG, which they basically drop clues and whatever of stuff like sorry, sleepy. They dropped a bunch of clues. Basically, they dropped clues in their Discord, in videos, and they dropped a video today. It's called it's I believe it's called Restricted, and by doing that, we basically sorry, burps. We basically see two scientists. What spoilers? Well, one's name is Preston. I believe it's Preston Wartman, and the other one is Jessica Newman. And Preston, we meet from the last video that it seems like ever since he got hired, or like he got hired to work in the labs, that he felt bad and he felt guilty and he felt like this ain't right. And Jessica, she didn't care. Like Jessica in the video that was posted today, spoilers. But we learned that Jessica grew up in play care. Because they have a built-in orphanage, so she grew up there, left, went to college, came back, and find out what they were doing. And she was like, "Oh no, this is cool. We're doing this for the greater good. This is for our work, whatever." Preston was not for that, and so we find out like a lot of stuff. There's an audio. So there's a Twitter page. If I could pull it up. Yeah, because we still call it Twitter over here. But let me pull it up for a second. Ooh, no, my lighting. It went dark. Well, because I'm pulling it up on my computer. My laptop is busted. Oh. Come on. Let me in. But there's this account on Twitter. Let me pull it up because I my computer is busted and I don't know how to do like look up the ARG information on my phone. So there's this account that does it. Really great account, really great account. They have all the information, which I will. It's loading up right now. My stuff is slow. Um, I'm so sorry. This is slow. We're already. I thought this was really quicker. I'm going to my likes. But let me pull it up. I'm so dumb, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I have it. I just decided I wanted to like a bunch of things today. Give me a second. But yes, we find out that we find spoilers. There's a map of cuz this is the lowest floor. This is it. Like we're at the bottom, which is crazy. They had all this money. And we find that out. We see a sneak peek of I'm pulling it up if I'm correct. But it seems like we see a sneak peek of there was a third Huggy Wuggy, which is a red Huggy from the video that people have like stopped. Like they literally kept pausing this video, enhancing it, this, that, and the third. But we find a map. There might be a third Huggy. We also find out like kind of what our antagonist will be, because the final, like this is the final chapter, so the main antagonist of course is the prototype or experiment 1006, but we do have like a sub here it is, a sub antagonist, and we kind of see what it looks like. But there's this account called Playtime Horror, or Phantom_horror, which they got everything you need on this information. There is a mix, so there's a COM ABM 1992 mix. We learn from, it's like a very ambiance mix, but we learned that Preston is from this information. Thank you, Phantom Horror. We learn, let me pull up their blog, which thank God, like I said, everything is spoilers in here. But if you do not have time, or you don't know how to, Phantom Horror, I'll put Phantom Horror right here. They have all the information on this because they did all the work. But so from the blog, I'm looking, so we have the music, which it leads you to a Bandcamp page, and there's a user called CatBFan95, and and it's haunting, and the description is back in the 90s. My dad used to work for a toy company. He left a lot of audio recordings when he died. And it's not just ambient noise. People have ran these audio tracks through a spectrogram, and a hidden message was in the sound waves of the text. And the message, people haven't done the message yet, but there is a message in here, and then the Condemption archive and password. So they unlock the zip file using the password is a Gigamesh, and they found a file path leading to Condemption, which on old computer interface. We see that S. Graber, which is of course Stella Graber, we find out it has a subject line of "End of my rope." Remember, this is all spoilers. And the text, "We need to talk. PW, do you feel the same?" So the Preston Willard, that's his name. Him and Stella Graber and other scientists were plotting on the Hour of Joy. Because remember, Playtime Co. and like people are like, oh my god, why didn't Playtime Co. had enough money that when murders happen, like in chapter 4, excuse me, we find out that the doctor, or Henry Sawyer, I believe I'm remembering right, his name, Henry Sawyer, he purposely would release the experiments. So especially one of his favorites, Boxy Boo, he released Boxy Boo to a theater, and it ate a bunch of bodies. Oh, excuse me. I think the final total was like 62 bodies in a theater, and they had to pay off the families and hide it secretly. Spoilers again, because Doughy Doughman is 3 kids mixed into one. One of the kids was on a tour of Playtime Co., and he fell into the thing, and they brought the parents back and had Doughy Doughman, who, mind you, has 3 kids mixed inside, eat one of the kids that's in that mixture's body's parents. So you can't really, and then someone was going to expose Playtime Co., but they turned him into a toy. So Playtime Co., you really couldn't, like, if they even get a whiff of you knowing any of the secrets that they're plotting or what they were doing, you was gone. They had security measures to the point, like, literally at the end of chapter 4, when we're getting lower to the thing, there's an audio recording from Leith Pierre that's like, oh, if you're here, we're gonna quietly get you out. Psych. Actually, if you're here, you're not even supposed to be this low of the facility. It is a security risk, and if you are here, you should have been shot on sight. So, like, you really couldn't. And then, like, here's another thing. Most people didn't know. Like, when you get, like I said, like it was said the innocent and the guilty were murdered. So, people at the top levels didn't even know. People in the warehouse didn't know that they were doing this. And one of the tapes in chapter, when we first meet Kissy Missy, I think that's chapter 2. Yes. Because chapter 2, Mommy Loglings was the antagonist. Chapter 3 is Catnap. And chapter 2, in one of the tapes, which is, of course, Jacksepticeye, but he's playing an employee. That employee was saying that there is a monster in the building, and it's a monstrous spider and has long arms. He did not know about this, and Leith Pierre is trying to basically gaslight him. So there's people that did not know what was going on in this facility, and if they found out, they were turned into a toy or they were murdered. They were fed to the toys. And so we find out in this new tape and in these files that Preston, Stella, and a bunch of other scientists have formed a group called the Backstabbers so they could free the experiments. And they basically helped 1006. Now, knowing prototype or the prototype or experiment 1006, homie backstabbed them and turned the hour of joy into this thing, and the experiments did not see them as saviors. They saw them as food. And there's a journal note right here dated October 8, 2002 in a recovered zip. I'm gonna keep this all in too. In a recovered zip, which paints a temporary picture of detention. Poppy saw them at one point, but Poppy was scared. Poppy was scared herself because I think she wasn't put in the box yet, but it seems like she was running away from the prototype, because who wouldn't? The prototype is scary. And she was running away from the prototype, it seems like, or trying to get away, and the Backstabbers group and Poppy make eye contact, and they told her, they was like, hey, don't say nothing. But she said, I have to look at this. It said, August 12th, the Poppy doll saw us, all 3 of us. We froze like deers in headlights, waiting for her to scream for something. for something larger to come tear us to pieces. We begged her not to. She looked tired, like she'd been crying. Guilt, perhaps? Something else? She said she couldn't promise somebody else wouldn't find us here. Adding that if anyone grilled her, she'll have to tell them or there'll be consequences. So it seems like because Poppy was like, it seems like Poppy and the prototype were the first success. Like, Poppy is the first success of all their experiments. Of, like, all the testing they did on multiple people and they probably died. Like, both children and adults. Poppy was the first success. And then the prototype was right next to her. Because he was the prototype. So he's the starter, too. So he was, like, the beginning of the experiment, too. Like, what to do, what not to do. Like, he's a prototype. And so it seems like she was like, listen, I can't promise. Like, none of these homies are going to try to eat you, and I can't promise that if I was getting tortured, I would not have said, like, y'all was here. But it didn't, if that doesn't happen, she said she'll pretend she never saw us. She always struck me as a strange one. I don't trust her, but I suppose we don't have a choice. Which is crazy that they don't trust her, even though she's a child that was forced to be put into a doll's body. And she's been tortured. She has so much trauma. Hell yeah. If I've had that much trauma, bet your bottom dollar I would have said they was here. But she didn't. She said nobody questioned. Ooh, sorry. She said nobody questioned me. I don't get tortured. Y'all cool. And it seems like the factory was taken, the factory taken in a hurry on January 30, 2003. And Monday we find this search reveals a new monster, likely Experiment 1202. We don't know exact. Furthermore, by Brightening Images, you will find it, which I say, y'all, you shall never find and what you seek, which of course forms the sentence, you shall never find what you seek. We can't get a good, like, picture of this, which, that's good. Keep us on our toes, Mob Entertainment. But the video that dropped on YouTube is called VHS Tape, titled Restricted _Condemnation _1995. So this was during the Hour of Joy, and I'm trying to remember because I watched the video. The Hour of Joy happened August 8th, 1995, and it extended till, and then it keeps going August 12th, 1995. But yeah, starts August 8th, showing Preston and Jessica Newman hiding while the factory falls into chaos. Jessica is loyal to the company. She believes the specialist team will come in. However, the dialogue reveals a dark truth. A text already shows Step 6, release the birds in a giant. Preston eventually admits his guilt, saying he couldn't stand by and watch it happen anymore, and stating clearly that the work was wrong. We find the map of the Playtime Code laboratories. Huggy Wuggy's attack. We see a frame of Huggy breaching a room to attack Jessica and Preston. The shadow, we see a symbol of a new monster, the red Huggy. We don't know for sure, but it seems like there is a red Huggy Wuggy. Beyond the dialogue, the revealed the two critical pieces of it. The employee calendar, an August-September calendar that shows a note on August 3rd recording an employee quitting, but then being persuaded to stay. The friend note, a yellow handwritten note, mentions the theater incident, which was mentioned in chapter 4. The disappearances and the sightings that all claims are all true, or all are connected, and warns the reader that nobody's safe. The author signed as a friend warns, tell anyone and I'll know, don't be stupid. Sounds like a late Pierre. So a hidden message was in the static of the video that was posted today. There's an object with a baseball bat seen again at the beginning of the video. This time we have a very clear view of it. There's a saying, a hidden message in the video that was posted today called "Can you hear us? Can you see us?" Which, if you don't know, you actually heard this in CG5's song that was used for chapter 3. Freak. Hold on. I'm right. I need the song name, but you actually hear those lyrics in the song Sleep Well that came out of 2024, where one of the lyrics, hold on. I'm right, because I played this song. So many times. Come on down with me, you're not alone. You will see the children at an hour during this paradise. I thought we an hour during blah 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 blah. No, it's in here. Can you see us? Can you hear us? And I'm on a roll. My brain is cooking here. And in the and in the video, it asks you, can you, if I'm right, because it's right here. Hold on, let me scroll down to the pic. It says it right here. Can you hear us? Can you see this? And it's similar to in the song, can you see us? Can you hear us? Yes. So, and that's all. Yeah, the new tape that came out, and then the second glimpse of the red Huggy. You can't see it too well because it is glitchy, but that is all we got. Like I said, okay, here's the bat. Here's the static secret message you see in the video. Can you hear us? Can you see this? You see Huggy going into Jessica and Newman's area that they had, and then here's the red Huggy, but you can't see it. Ooh, it's cold, so I glitch. You can't see so well. And chapter 5 of the game. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this, and I'm so excited. Chapter 5 comes out February 18th, 2026, which is in, let's see, 3 weeks. It comes out in 3 weeks. So, I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. Is that it? I think that's all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about Poppy Playtime. I hope you enjoyed this video. Y'all have a good day. Good night. Peace out.